What are market-based methods of business valuation? Or what is business valuation using market comparables? Well, to start with, this approach seeks to value the business based upon simply the value of similar businesses that are out there in similar industries or have similar characteristics that make it a good comparison to the current business. So you're valuing a business based upon comparable business or comps. So how does this work? Well, generally you look at the comparable business and you identify whatever valuation is ascribed to it. And valuation comes from prior transactions in which the business was funded. So the valuation that equity investors gave to the business, the valuation of the business at a time of going public or being acquired by a strategic acquirer of the business. So any of these can give a solid valuation for the business based upon whatever the market rate is in those scenarios. So then you would look for the characteristics that allow for comparison between this business and that business. What metrics give an identifiable performance measure? So once you've identified that metric, you will take that metric for the other comparable company and divide it by the total value of the company. So if you say the metric is revenue, you would say total revenue divided by total valuation. That's the metric. It gives you a ratio, right? Revenue to total valuation. Or it could be another metric such as total number of users or number of customers acquired or possessed. And you would have that as the numerator and the total valuation as the denominator. And if it's 500,000 users to 5 million, then dollars valuation, then you have, 500 to 5 million. That is simply a 1 to 10 ratio. You would then take that ratio and use it to expound upon whatever metric is present in your business. So if I have $100,000 in revenue and the metric is 1 to 10, well, you would multiply my revenue by 10 to come up with a valuation of $1 million. If you had 1 to 10 valuation again on number of users and I had 1 million users, I would multiply that by the metric to come up with a valuation of $10 million. So $10 per user. So that's how you use it. You identify that value characteristic that gives you a ratio to use to, once again, convert whatever the value metric volume is in your firm multiplied by that metric. So there you go. That's a market or comp-based approach to business valuation.